Barbara. Welcome to this week's episode of Craft Corner Kits to Go. Today we're going to work on a Memorial Day wreath. This wreath is just made of cardstock and ribbon and a plastic plate. So to start out with in your kit, you're going to have a plastic plate that we have already cut into a circle and punched some holes into. So there's a hole here, and a hole here, and a hole here. And when you start out, you have some ribbon, some thin red ribbon in two lengths. And for the shorter length, you want to put your ribbon through the holes, one edge of this ribbon through each of these two holes. And then you want to pull them together and tie them in a half knot. This is going to be the holder for the bow that's in the middle when you're done. The longer piece, you need to fold in half like this and thread it through the hole in the top and then thread it through itself so it becomes a hanger. Now I'm going to knot this at the top so when I'm all done I can hang this on a hook if I want to. Okay? So you've got your ribbon attached. And you should receive 24 pieces of red, white, and blue cardstock. You need to have some rubber bands on hand and take something to protect your surface, like a piece of paper. And you need your glue stick. And what you're going to do is you're going to create cones out of each of these pieces of cardstock. So we're going to use the corner down here. So I want to put a glue stick mark along the long side of my cardstock. And then I'm going to take and use the bottom of that glue stick, or the bottom of the glue mark, as the point for my cone, and I'm going to roll the cardstock together into a cone like this. Then I'm going to take a rubber band and put it around this cone so it holds it tight for a few minutes so that it has time for the glue to dry. So we have to do that to every one of these. Okay, I have finished all 24 of these cones. So now I'm ready to put them on my wreath base. So to do this, I'm going to take a paper clip and I'm going to take the bow that's in the middle and paper clip it up out of the way, because I'm going to take white glue and hopefully I will be squirting this all the way around my plastic disc. This is what's going to hold your combs to your wreath base. So after you do this, you're going to have to let it dry. You know that. So right now, I have a wreath base and I have this white glue all the way around it. I'm going to start with red. And hopefully this has been fastened long enough that this cone will stay together after I take the rubber band off. If it doesn't, you can always use a paper clip or something to hold it together until it dries. Maybe put some more glue on it. The next color I'm putting these in a red, white, and blue sequence. So I'm laying the white one, and then I will lay a blue one. And we're going to go all the way around. So after you got the blue, then you start the red again, and you just keep going. And you notice that the cone is the back side, the taller side is the back side. So when you're laying them, you lay them in that position. But just keep going. And I'm leaving maybe an 1.5 inch circle in the middle. So you don't put your ends right up against each other yet, because we want to make sure everything's packed in well so it looks like a wreath. Now I've got these all placed here now. And now the only thing to do is set it aside and let it dry. So we will set this aside. And through the magic of video, you will see that I have one that is dry that I made ahead of time. So this I made a couple of days ago, and you can see it's dry. And so I'm ready for the next part of my wreath. Now I have the hanger here, and I have these ribbons here. And in your kit, you will have a piece of patriotic ribbon. So you just need to lay this on itself, like double it back over, and lay it down on your wreath. And then take that red ribbon that you tied a half knot in and tie a knot over the top of it. I would tie a double knot on that. Then you have your patriotic ribbon, which you can curl or trim, whichever you want to do, the edges, so it's pretty. And hold it together. And so there you have your Memorial Day wreath. And that's it for this week's episode of Craft Corner Kits to Go. and we'll see you next week.